In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. This is the fourth series of vocabulary words for competitive exam. And 25th word we have is accord. Accord is agreement or harmony of opinion or action. A situation in which people, ideas, or actions are in agreement. Means they are having consent and they are having unity on the opinion or action. Synonyms are agreement, harmony, consent, concord, unity. And antonyms are discord, disagreement, conflict, unwillingness. Agreement. A situation where two or more people share the same opinion or decision. How you can use this? For example, they reached an agreement on the project means they showed their consent on the project. The two companies signed an agreement to collaborate. There was an agreement among students to start the project next week. Means they are having concord and they are having an agreement. Harmony, a state of peaceful existence and cooperation. The family lived in harmony for many years. Music can bring harmony to life to daily lives. The new team worked in harmony despite differences. Next is consent. Means permission or approval for someone or something to happen. She gave her consent to the proposal. The patient gave consent before the surgery. Means the patient is agreed for the surgery. No one can enter without parental consent. Means if someone wants to enter to the house, into the house, that person needs parental consent. Concord. A formal or general agreement, unity in feelings or ideas. There was concord between the two nations. The nations signed a treaty in concord. Family members lived in concord despite minor disagreements. Means they are living with unity and they are living in harmony. Unity, the state of being joined as a whole, and also you can say unity is togetherness. During the match, national unity is important for progress. Students worked with unity to recognize the to organize the events. So these were the synonyms. Let's discuss antonyms of accord. Accord was living in harmony, and discord is the opposite, lack of harmony, disagreement, or conflict. Discord arose during the debate. There was discord among the committee members. Discord in the family caused tension, disagreement, a difference of opinion or conflict between people. A disagreement delayed the meeting. Their disagreement was about the budget allocation. Disagreement is natural, but respect should remain. Conflict. Conflict is a serious disagreement or clash between ideas, peoples, or groups. Conflict between nations can be dangerous. There was a conflict over property ownership. The novel describes the conflict between tradition and modernity. Means there is a clear difference between the ideas of traditions and people. So there are different kinds of conflict here. Conflict, your means you're having disagreement on something, and when you're arguing, and when you have gone the same point, and when you have disagreement or conflict, you are going to fight on certain things. Unwillingness, lack of readiness or desire to do something. Her unwillingness to cooperate caused problems. His unwillingness to follow instructions frustrated the teacher. The team showed unwillingness to work late. So the word was accord, and synonyms are agreement, harmony, consent, concord, unity, and antonyms discord, disagreement, conflict. And if you want to memorize in detail, so you can write the synonyms and antonyms and all the examples from these notes. Next word, 26th, is accredited. Accredited means officially recognized, authorized, or approved by an authority. Accredited means something is approved. He is an accredited journalist, means he is officially recognized or authorized journalist. The college is accredited by the board. Synonyms: authorized. Officially allowed or given permission to do something. It is used when someone or something is officially permitted. The teacher is authorized to grade the exams. Only authorized people can enter the lab. Certified. Officially recognized as having met required standards. Used when something or someone meets formal standards or qualifications. For example, she is a certified accountant. The product is a certified safe for children. Delegated. Assigned responsibility or authority to act on behalf of someone else. Used when a task or authority is officially assigned by someone. The manager delegated tasks to his team. Authority was delegated to the deputy during the licensed, officially permitted by law or authority to do something. Used when legal permission is given. Only licensed drivers may operate this vehicle. The restaurant is licensed to serve alcohol. Means license the restaurant is allowed to serve alcohol. Antonyms: discredited means no longer trusted or respected, shown to be false or unreliable. It is used when someone loses credibility. For example, you lose your credibility or you are having a disrespectful. Um, okay. The theory was described after new evidence emerged. The politician was discredited due to corruption allegations. Unauthorized, not officially allowed or approved, lacking permission. It is used when someone acts without permission. Unauthorized access to the system is prohibited, and the students were punished for unauthorized use of lab. Unauthorized where you cannot enter. Unrecognized, not accepted or acknowledged officially, used when an entity or person is not officially acknowledged. His efforts went unrecognized by the committee. The club is unrecognized by the university authorities. So this was 26th word accredited, and synonyms are authorized, certified, delegated, licensed. Antonyms: discredited, unauthorized, unrecognized. 27th word we have is accumulate. Accumulate is to gather or collect things gradually over time. Dust accumulated on the table. He accumulated wealth through hard work. Synonyms of accumulated: collect. Collect is to gather things together from different places or sources. For example, she collects stamps from around the world. He collects book for his personal library. Pile up. To increase in quantity or form a heap. For example, papers piled up on his desk, snow piled up after the storm. Store. Store is to keep something for future use. I mean, for example, you can use when saving or preserving items for later. The farmer stores grains for the winter. She stores extra clothes in the attic. Amass. Amass. Amass is to gather a large amount of something, often wealth or resources. It is used when collecting extensively over time. He amassed a fortune from his business. The library has amassed thousands of books. Gather, to bring together or collect from different sources. It is used when you are collecting people, items, or information. We gather information from several sources. Families gathered in the hall for the celebration. Antonyms: waste. So, accumulate was to preserve something or collect, gather something. Antonyms: waste, to use something carelessly or unnecessarily. It is used when resources are lost instead of being saved. Don't waste water during the drought. He wasted all his money on luxury items. Squander. Squander is to spend or use something foolishly or extravagantly. It is used when resources are used carelessly. He squandered his inheritance on gambling. Don't squander your time on unimportant things. Distribute. To give out or spread over an area is used when items are shared to spread instead of kept. The teacher distributed books to all students. The aid organization distributed food to the needy. Scatter. Scatter is to spread things over a wide area or in a different direction. It is used when items are thrown apart or dispersed, just like the leaves are dispersed here. She scattered the seeds in the garden. Papers were scattered all over the floor. So 27th word is accumulate and the synonyms are collect, pile up, store, amass, gather. Antonyms are waste, squander, distribute, scatter. 28th word is acquaintance. Acquaintance means having knowledge of someone or something, a person one knows slightly but who is not a close friend. For example, he is just an acquaintance, not a friend. I have some acquaintance with this topic. Synonyms: knowledge, awareness, understanding, or information gained through experience or education. It is used when referring to understanding or awareness of facts or people. For example, she has an excellent knowledge of computer programming. His knowledge of local history impressed everyone. Familiarity, close acquaintance or detailed understanding of something. It is used when someone is well acquainted or comfortable with subject or person. He has familiarity with classical music. Her familiarity with the city helped the tourists a lot. Recognition. Identification of someone or something as known or familiar. It is used when someone or something is acknowledged as known. She received recognition for her contribution to science. I didn't recognize him at first because he changed so much. Awareness, knowledge or perception of a situation or fact, used when something is conscious or informed about something. Public awareness about environmental issues is increasing. He showed great awareness of the risks involved. Antonyms are ignorance, unfamiliarity, strangeness. Ignorance means lack of knowledge, information, or awareness. It is used when someone does not know about meaning. For example, ignorance of the rules caused him to make a mistake. Do many accidents happen due to ignorance of traffic rules? Unfamiliarity, lack of knowledge or experience with someone or something. It is used when someone is not acquainted or comfortable with something. For example, his unfamiliarity with the software slowed down the work. She felt nervous due to her unfamiliarity with the city. Strangeness, being unfamiliar, unknown, or alien. It is used when something or someone feels new or unusual. The strangeness of new place made him cautious. There was a strangeness in his behavior that worried his friends. So 28th word is acquaintance and synonyms are knowledge, familiarity, recognition, awareness. Antonyms are ignorance, unfamiliarity, and strangeness. 29th word is acute. Acute means sharp, severe, or intense, very sensitive, or highly developed. She felt acute pain in her leg. He has an acute sense of smell. And synonyms: sharp, severe, intense, penetrating. Sharp, having a fine edge or point, very noticeable or intense, just like this. When something is a clearly strong, piercing, or precise, we can use it. He felt a sharp pain in his chest. The chef used sharp knife to cut vegetables. Swear, very serious or extreme in effect. When the sudden condition, situation, or impact is intense, you can use this. For example, the patient is suffering from severe headaches. The storm caused severe damage to the town. Intense, strong in degree or feeling. Used when something is highly concentrated or powerful. She felt intense joy on her graduation day. The competition was intense among the students. Penetrating, able to do deeply into a something, very perceptive or very sharp. used when describing something that reaches deeply or is very perceptive, means you can perceive it. The soldier felt penetrating cold in the mountains. He has penetrating insight into human behavior, means he can perceive human behavior very well. Antonyms of acute. Acute was sharp, and antonyms dull, blunt, mild. Dull, not sharp, lacking intensity or keen perception. Used when something is blunt, weak, or less noticeable. He was hurt by a dull knife. The movie was dull and boring. Blunt, not sharp or pointed, straightforward, but sometimes rude. Used when describing objects or speech lacking sharpness. The scissors were too blunt to cut paper. He gave a blunt answer to the question. Mild, not spare, strong, or intense. It is used when describing something gentle, moderate, or only mild discomfort after the injection. The weather today is mild and pleasant. So 29th word was acute, and synonyms are sharp, severe, intense, penetrating. Antonyms are dull, blunt, mild. 30th word addicted. Addicted. Addicted is physically or mentally dependent on something, unable to stop using or doing it. For example, he is addicted to social media, she is addicted to coffee or caffeine. Synonyms devoted. Devoted is very loyal or strongly attached to someone or something. It is used when someone shows strong commitment or attachment for someone. She is devoted to her family. He is devoted to learning English every day. Dependent, relying on something or someone, unable to function independently. It is used when someone cannot do without a thing or person. For example, children are dependent on their parents for care. He became dependent on caffeine to stay awake. Obsessed, preoccupied or overly focused on something or someone. It is used when someone cannot stop thinking about or doing something. She is obsessed with cleanliness. He became obsessed with winning the competition. Hooked. Informally, it is used when you are unable to stop doing something or you are addicted to something. Used in casual conversation to show strong dependence. He is hooked on video games. Many people get hooked on social media apps. Antonyms of addict: free, unaddicted, or detached. Free, not dependent, independent, and able to act without restriction. When someone is not controlled or influenced by a habit, we can use it. For example, she is free from any bad habits. He is free to make his own decisions. Unaddicted, not dependent on or influenced by something. It is used when someone has no attachment or habit of something. He is unaddicted to caffeine. She remained unaddicted to social media despite peer pressure. She remained unaddicted to social media despite peer pressure. Detached. Detached is emotionally or mentally disconnected, not influenced by attachment. It is used when someone is separate or not emotionally involved, just like in a picture you can see. He remained detached from office politics. She was detached from the argument and stayed calm. So, 30th word is addicted. Synonyms are devoted, dependent, obsessed, hooked. Antonyms are free, unaddicted, or detached. 31st word is adapt. Adapt is a very good word. I like it. Adept means very skilled, expert, or highly competent at something. She is adept at solving problems. He is adept in mathematics. Synonyms of adept: skillful, expert, proficient, capable. Skillful, having the ability to do something well or showing skill. Used when someone performs tasks efficiently or expertly. She is skillful at painting portraits. The chef is skillful in preparing traditional dishes. Expert, highly trained or knowledgeable in particular field. used when someone has advanced knowledge or ability. He is an expert in computer programming. Experts advise the government on climate change. Proficient, good at task or skill due to practice or experience. It is used when someone can do something competently. She is proficient in English and French. The student is proficient in using Excel for reports. Capable. Having the ability or quality is needed to do something. Used when someone is competent and effective. He is capable of handling difficult situations. The team is capable of completing the project on time. Antonyms of adept. Adept means expert, and the antonyms are clumsy, inexpert, unskilled. Clumsy means awkward in movement or lacking skill. It is used when someone performs actions poorly or ungracefully. The clumsy boy dropped the vase. She is clumsy with tools and often breaks them. For example, in this picture, you can see the examples of being clumsy. The boy is very clumsy here. Inexpert, not skilled or lacking experience in something. Used when someone has little knowledge or practice. The inexpert driver caused a minor accident. He gave an inexpert solution to the technical problem. Unskilled, lacking the ability, training, or knowledge to do something well. Used when someone cannot perform a task competently. Unskilled workers struggled with the machinery. He is unskilled in cooking and burns food often. 31st word is adept. Synonyms are skillful, expert, proficient, capable. Antonyms are clumsy, inexpert, unskilled. 32nd word is adhere. Adhere is to stick firmly to something or follow rules, principles, or instructions closely. Examples are you must adhere to the rules, means you must follow the rules. The label adhere to the bottle. Synonyms of adhere stick to remain attached or follow something strictly, used when following rules, instructions, or remaining physically attached. Always stick to your diet plan. The poster stuck to the wall. Cling, to hold tightly to something or someone, used when showing strong physical or emotional attachment. The child clung to his mother's hand. The wet clothes clung to her body. Follow, to obey or act according to instructions, rules, and guidance, used when someone obeys or move in line with something. Students must follow the rules, school rules, follow the instructions carefully while cooking, abide by, to accept and act according to a rule, decision, or law. Used in formal context when someone respects laws or agreements. For example, all citizens must abide by the law. We should abide by the terms on the contract. Antonyms: disobey, break from, detach. Disobey is to refuse to follow rules, laws, and commands. Used when someone deliberately ignores instructions or rules. He was punished for disobeying the teacher. Citizens who disobey traffic rules may face fines. Break from, to separate oneself from rules, traditions, or connections. Used when someone stops following a norm or detach from something. She decided to break from the old customs. The company broke from its previous policies. Detach, to remove, separate, or become disconnected from something. It is used when physically or metaphorically separating from something. Detached the cocoon before mailing the letter. He detached himself from the argument to stay calm. By antonyms are disobey, break from, detach. 33rd 33rd word is adjacent. Is located next to or very near something. Means adjoining. Just like in this picture you can see the example of the walls lying adjacent to each other. The hospital is adjacent to school. Our rooms are adjacent. Synonyms of adjacent. near, close, neighboring. Contiguous. Close in distance or position. For example, the park is near my house. Sit near the window for better light. Close. Not far away in proximity. Used when describing physical or emotional closeness. The restaurant is close to the bus station. We are very close friends. Neighboring. Situated next to or nearby. Used when describing adjacent areas or countries. The neighboring village has a small school. She visited the neighboring towns during the trip. Contiguous. Sharing a common border or touching. Used in formal or geographical context when areas are physically joined. The contiguous states share borders. The two plots of land are contiguous. Just like in this picture you can see, and the land has common border. Antonyms: distant, remote, separate. Distant is far away in space or time. Used when something is physically or metaphorically far. The mountain peak is distant but visible. He has a distant relationship with his cousins. Remote, far away from populated areas or isolated. Used when something is very far or hard to reach. For example, they live in remote village. The island is remote and difficult to access. Separate, not connected, apart. Used when things are divided physically or metaphorically. Keep the recyclable and non recyclable items separate. The twins had separate bedrooms. 33rd word is adjacent, and synonyms are near, close, neighboring, contiguous. Antonyms: distant, remote, separate. 34th word is adjourn. Adjourn is to suspend, postpone, delay the meeting, session, or activity to a later time. For example, the meeting was adjourned means the meeting was postponed. The court adjourned the case. The case was postponed or delayed, suspended. Synonym of adjourn: postpone, defer, suspend, delay. Postpone, to delay or put off to a later time. Put off is phrasal verb here, it means postpone. It is used when an event or activity is moved to another time. The exam was postponed due to a bad weather. They decided to postpone the trip until next month. Defer is to put off or delay something, usually formally. Used in a formal context for delaying actions and decisions. For example, the principal deferred the decision to the next meeting. Payment can be deferred for 3 months. Suspend, to temporarily stop or interrupt something. It is used when an activity or service is halted for a while. The school suspended classes due to the storm. His driving license was suspended for a month. Delay, to cause something to happen later than planned. It is used for general postponements or setbacks. Heavy traffic delayed our arrival. The project was delayed because of lack of funds. Antonyms: continue, advance, proceed. Continue, to keep going or carry on without stopping, used when an activity or process is not interrupted. The lecture continued despite the noise outside. They continued working until the task was complete. Advance, to move forward or make progress, used when proceeding in time, position, or process. The troops advanced toward the city. He advanced in his career quickly. Proceed, to go ahead or carry on with an action or process, used when continuing an activity or event. After the interruption, the meeting proceeded smoothly. Please proceed with next agenda item. So 34th word is adjourn, means postpone, defer, suspend, delay. Antonyms: continue, advance, proceed. 35th word is adoration. Adoration is deep love, respect, or strong admiration for someone or something. She looked at her child with adoration. Fans showed adoration for the star. Synonym worship. To show very great love, respect, or devotion, sometimes religious. Used when someone shows deep respect or devotion to a person, idea, or God. Many people worship their heroes. He worship honesty and hard work. Reverence. Deep respect mixed with awe and honor. Used in formal context for showing high respect to elders, tradition, or sacred things. Students should show reverence to their teachers. The monument is treated with reverence by visitors. Admiration, a feeling of respect and liking for someone's qualities or achievements, used when praising someone's abilities or character. I have great admiration for her courage. The audience showed admiration for the performer. Devotion, strong love, loyalty, commitment to a person, cause, or duty. Used when someone is deeply loyal or committed. Her devotion to her parents is admirable. He showed devotion to his work. Antonyms of devotion: contempt, irreverence, dislike. Contempt. Strong feeling of disrespect, dislike, or looking down on someone. It is used when someone shows hatred or disrespect. For example, he spoke with contempt about dishonest people. She felt contempt for unfair behavior. Irreverence, lack of respect for something that is usually respected. Used when someone behaves disrespectfully toward serious or sacred matters. His irreverence toward elders upset everyone. The joke showed irreverence toward traditions. Dislike. Dislike is a feeling of not liking someone or something, used for mild hatred or negative feelings. He has a strong dislike for lies. His rude tone created dislike among his classmates. So, this was 35th word, adoration. Synonyms are worship, reverence, admiration, devotion. Antonyms contempt, irreverence, and dislike. This was the last word, and let's stop this lecture here. And inshallah, I will soon share the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz, stay blessed.